dear students, myself Gangadhar Solanke and I welcome you all to the MC James virtual classroom.
My dear students, today in Standard 8's History, we'll be learning the topic Last Phase of Struggle for Independence. The heading of our history's textbook is History of Modern India, and in that our last chapter was Civil Disobedience Movement. In that we learnt about Dandi March, Dharasana Satyagraha, sacrifice of Babu Genu, then Round Table Conference, first, second and third Round Table Conference, and the second phase of Civil Disobedience Movement. And now in this topic, last phase of struggle for independence, we are going to study the Quit India movement, underground movement, and the contribution of Indian National Army, or the role of Indian National Army in the struggle of independence. So here we are starting, and in this the first point is Act of 1935. This act made a provision for the British governed Indian provinces and princely states. Again I am repeating, this act made a provision for the British governed Indian provinces and princely states to form a federation. For what it is, or for what it was for the British governed Indian provinces and princely states to form a federation. But according to this act, the working of British governed provinces will be handed over to the Indian representatives, and if the princely states join the federation, then they would lose their autonomy. So here is the problem. Princely states, if join the federation, then they would lose their autonomy, and hence they refused to join, and therefore the proposal of federal state in the act was not brought into practice. And here we can say why the act of 1935 became unsuccessful, because it was totally for the provinces, but as by joining the federation, princely states would lose their autonomy, and that's why they refused to join, and therefore the proposal of federal state in the act was not brought into practice. Then the next thing, Government of India Act 1935. The Indian National Congress was not satisfied with the Act of 1935, but still decided to take part in the elections of provincial legislature provided by the Act in 1937. So elections were held in 11 provinces. How many? 11 provinces in the country, and among these the Indian National Congress gained majority over 8 provinces. 11 में से 8 provinces जो थे उस पे इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस को मेजॉरिटी से वो जीते, मेजॉरिटी सीट्स मिली. इन अदर 3 provinces none of the party could achieve majority, and therefore mixed cabinet was formed. Whenever there is no majority, then mixed cabinet system is there in the democracy. Today also in the many parts of our country we are having government which is mixed or mixed party government. The Indian National Congress, after getting majority, the cabinet ministers of Indian National Congress did useful work for the people, such as release of political prisoners from jail, introduction of basic education, very important things, prohibition of liquor, measures undertaken to improve condition of the Dalits, passing of act giving debt relief to the farmers. All these things done by the Indian National Congress where they got majority. So all these points are very important, because release of political prisoners from jail, इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, क्योंकि जो जेल में थे पॉलिटिकल प्रिजनर्स वो कोई गुनहगार नहीं थे. दे फाउट फॉर द कंट्री, दे रेज देयर वॉइस फॉर द कंट्री, एंड दैट्स वाई इट वॉज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू free them or to release them from the jail, and the Indian National Congress did this. Introduction of basic education, again the very important thing to spread education, because it is the only thing which aware people about the things. Then the prohibition of liquor, measures undertaken to improve condition of the Dalits, and passing of act giving debt relief to the farmers. Now next one, Cripps mission. During the Second World War, England supported America against Japan. Try to understand this. During the Second World War, England supported America against Japan. अमेरिका का और जापान का वार चल रहा है और इंग्लैंड अमेरिका का साथ दे रहा है. द जापानीज आर्मी रीच्ड द ईस्टर्न बॉर्डर्स ऑफ इंडिया एंड द ब्रिटिश रियलाइज्ड what they realized. The Japanese army reached the eastern borders of India, and the British realized that if Japan attacks India, then they will need cooperation from the Indians. Try to understand the policy of British government. The British realized that if Japan attacks India, then they will need cooperation from the Indians, and hence the British Prime Minister Winston Churchill sent Sir Stafford Cripps to India. In March 1942, he put up a proposal of India in front of the Indians. On the screen you can see the image, proposals of Cripps mission in March 1942. But none of the political party, here on the screen again you can see the pictures, none of the political party was satisfied with this proposal. The Indian National Congress rejected the proposal since there was no clear mention of complete independence. And now each and every party, each and every political leader, and each and every common man of India wanted freedom, wanted independence. And in the Cripps mission there was no any clear mention of complete independence. Since there was no mention of creation of Pakistan, the Muslim League also rejected the Cripps mission. Now here again the same thing which we have to understand. At that time two parties were very important, Indian National Congress and the Muslim League. So ये दोनों पार्टियों ने Cripps mission को reject कर दिया. Japan had already attacked Pearl Harbor on 7th December 1941, the American naval base, and destroyed it. So it had taken over Philippines, Malaysia, and come to the borders of Assam. So Japan could easily attack India. वैसे जापान को इंडिया पे अटैक करने का कोई वहाँ पर रास्ता नहीं है, या फिर इंडिया पर अटैक उन्हें नहीं करना है. बट वाई दे वर इंटरेस्टेड? बिकॉज ब्रिटिशर्स यहाँ थे और ब्रिटिशर्स ने अमेरिकन्स की हेल्प की. सो टू चेक द सिचुएशन, सर स्टैफोर्ड क्रिप्स, मेंबर ऑफ द वॉर कैबिनेट, was sent in March 1942 to India to get India's cooperation to fight the war. So this was the strategy of British government. Cripps mission's failure. The Cripps mission was an attempt in late March 1942 to secure Indian cooperation and support for war. Cripps offered immediate self-government, eventual independence in return, but the Congress was divided upon its response to India's entry into World War II, but the mission fails. And here you can see princely states rejected it as it denied their right of selecting their representatives to the proposed constitution making body. This right was kept by the rulers. Congress opposed to the option given to the provinces of getting separate dominion status. Gandhiji called the Cripps mission as the पोस्ट डेटेड चेक ऑफ फेलिंग बैंक। मतलब ब्रिटिशर्स ने कहा है कि इंडिपेंडेंस हम तुम्हें देंगे, फ्रीडम देंगे, बट कब देंगे ये नहीं बताया था, और उन पर भरोसा करना बाकी एक्सपीरियंस के चलते ईजी नहीं था। एंड दैट्स वाई गांधी जी कॉल्ड द क्रिप्स मिशन एज द पोस्ट डेटेड चेक ऑफ अ फेलिंग बैंक। Congress wanted all the subjects including defense matters to be handled by the national government and asked to form a national government with full responsibility. So none of the political party was satisfied with this proposal. The Indian National Congress rejected the proposal since there was no clear mention of complete independence, and since there was no mention of creation of Pakistan, the Muslim League also rejected the Cripps mission. मुस्लिम लीग को पाकिस्तान की डिमांड जो थी वो चाहिए थी, और वो डिमांड उसमें नहीं थी, पूरी नहीं हो रही थी, उसके बारे में कुछ भी नहीं लिखा गया था, बोला गया था। दैट्स वाई मुस्लिम लीग also rejected the Cripps mission. Now the next thing, Second World War and Indian National Congress. On the screen you can see the images of the Second World War. The Second World War began in Europe in 1939. It was began in Europe in 1939. The then Viceroy Lord Linlithgow declared that India had joined the war on the side of the British. Now war was in between the America and the Japan. Then in that war Britishers joined the war on the side of America, और इंडिया ने भी वो वॉर ज्वाइन किया, ये ब्रिटिशर्स ने डिक्लेयर कर दिया। इंग्लैंड claimed that it is fighting to save democracy in Europe. Democracy in Europe. The Indian National Congress demanded that if the claim was true, then England should immediately grant freedom to India, because if England talking about the democracy, then they should immediately grant freedom to India. England refused to fulfill this demand, and therefore the provincial ministers of Indian National Congress resigned in November 1939. जो भी 8 प्रोविंशियल स्टेट्स में चुनकर आए थे मेजॉरिटी से, और बाकी जगहों पर मिक्स्ड कैबिनेट था, उन सारे लोगों ने रिजाइन दे दिया। Why? Because there was no any word related with the independence, related with the total freedom of India. Next point, Quit India movement. All these things resulted into the Quit India movement. After the Cripps mission, the Indian National Congress decided to start an intense movement. For attaining independence, and the working committee of the Congress passed a resolution on 14th July 1942 at Wardha. The resolution demanded that the British rule in India be ended immediately and India should be given independence, and if this demand was not fulfilled, then the Indian National Congress it want to start a non-violent movement for freedom of India, and that was nothing but the Quit India movement. भारत छोड़ो आंदोलन, भारत छोड़ के जाओ। Here on the screen you can see the images. The working committee of the Congress passed a resolution on 14th July 1942 at Wardha. What was the resolution? The resolution demanded that the British rule in India be ended immediately and India should be given independence. If this demand was not fulfilled, then what? Then the Indian National Congress want to start a non-violent movement for freedom of India, and the things happened. It was started Quit India movement. On 7th August 1942, 7th August 1942, the session of Indian National Congress was held at Gowalia Tank, that is on Kranti Maidan in Mumbai, and Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. Maulana Abul Kalam Azad was the president of this session. The British should leave India. This resolution passed by Congress Working Committee at Wardha was to be finally approved in the Mumbai session. जो वर्धा में डिसाइड हुआ था कि अगर ऐसा नहीं होता है तो इंटेंस मूवमेंट चलाया जाएगा, एंड दैट वाज फाइनली अप्रूव्ड इन द मुंबई सेशन. सो ऑन 8th August द resolution of Quit India put forth by Jawaharlal Nehru got passed with great majority. On 7 to 8 August 1942, the All India Congress Committee met in Bombay and ratified the Quit India resolution. And then Gandhi ji called for do or die. It was also decided to start a nationwide non-violent agitation under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi, and Gandhiji addressed the nation. Mahatma Gandhiji said, every one of you should from this movement onwards, every one of you should from this movement onwards consider yourself. What to consider? Consider yourself a free man or woman and behave like a citizen of free India. We shall either free India or die in the attempt. Gandhiji made an inspirational appeal to the public to be ready to sacrifice with the feeling of do or die, and the intense movement started all over the country. Everyone participated in it, चाहे छोटे बच्चे हो, औरतें हो, या फिर मेन या और वुमेन, जो भी है, ये सारे लोग अपनी कास्ट, अपना रिलीजन सब भूल के इस क्विट इंडिया मूवमेंट में, डू और डाई मूवमेंट में कूद गए टू गेट फ्रीडम. And now, beginning of people's movement. On the screen you can see the newspaper of August 10, 1942, and the heading, Mahatma Gandhi, Maulana Azad and Nehru arrested. Now, because of such news in the newspaper, the news of arrest of important leaders of Indian National Congress spread out all over the country. The angry mob took out possession at various places. Even though police lathi charged and opened firing on the public, but still people were not afraid. Here you can see the image. The agitators attacked some places like jails, police stations, railway stations, which symbolized the suppressive policy of the British. They tried to take control of government offices. And if we talk about Maharashtra, then in Maharashtra, the young and old struggled with determination and boundless courage at places like Chimur, Asti, Yauli, Mahad, Gadgets, etc., and made the struggle immortal. 8th August newspaper cutting you can see here. Mantra do or die, karo ya maro. And now in this individual satyagraha, if we talk about, the British government was constantly neglecting the demands, and hence the Indian National Congress decided to start anti-war propaganda. And for this it was decided that instead of collective movement, every single person should disobey the laws. This was known as individual satyagraha, and in this the name of Acharya Vinoba Bhave is very important, because he was the first satyagrahi of individual satyagraha. He was followed by nearly 25,000 satyagrahis who accepted imprisonment for their participation. So not only in Maharashtra or not only in any particular part of the country, but everywhere or all over the country, people enthusiastically participated in the Quit India movement and started disobeying the laws, started attacking the places like jails and police stations or government offices. This one again on the screen, you can see inspirational accounts of brave children. Not only the old people, men or women, but the school students also contributed in the freedom movement. At Nandurbar, the school children under the leadership of Shirish Kumar, on the screen you can see the image. Shirish Kumar carried out procession holding the tricolor flag. The slogan of Vande Mataram was given. The police became furious and opened firing on small children as well. Now by this you can understand the nature of the British government or the policy of the British government, या फिर हम कह सकते कि किस तरह से लोग इन्वॉल्व हो गए थे इस मूवमेंट में और किस तरह से ब्रिटिशर्स अपनी सत्ता को बचाना चाहते थे. They started firing children also. So in this firing, Shirish Kumar, Lal Das, Dhansukh Lal, Shashidhar, Ghanshyam, these school children became martyrs. Next thing, underground movement. Now if we talk about the underground movement, here on the screen you can see some images. At the end of 1942, the public movement got a new turn. The leadership of this movement went into hands of young socialist activists, and in this, if you list the names, then the Jay Prakash Narayan, Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia, Choto Bhai Puranik, Achyut Rao Patwardhan, Aruna Asaf Ali, Yusuf Meher Ali, Sucheta Kriplani, S.M. Joshi, Shirubhau Limaye, N.G. Gore, Yashwantrao Chauhan, Vasantdada Patil, Maganlal Bagdi, Usha Mehta. Such leaders were in the forefront, and these activists disrupted the transport and communication as well as the government machinery by causing the breakdown of railway routes, by cutting of telephone line, blowing up bridges. The impact of the movement was seen all over India, as I told you before, not in any particular part of the country but all over India. Hemu Kalani in Sindh province tried to destroy the railway along with his companions when he received the news. Of passing of railway carrying British troops and supplies, the court punished him to be hanged to death. And not only any one person or not only the Hemu Kalani, but many people in the different parts of the country hanged to death for our freedom. Underground movement. Bhai Kotwal's Azad Dast in Karzat, Taluka of modern day Raigad district, General Awari's Lal Sena. In Nagpur, such groups made the government helpless and witless for months. Azad Dasta and Lal Sena. If we talk about Mumbai, then in Mumbai, Vitthal Zaveri, Usha Mehta and her companions established a secret transmission center named Azad Radio. Now through these radio stations, patriotic songs were sung on it and news of agitations in the country were broadcasted on it. So patriotic speeches were telecasted which motivated the people or motivated people to jump into the movement. This gave encouragement to the agitators. Such transmission centers operated at Kolkata, Delhi and Pune for some period of time. So in today's part of this topic, we discussed about the Act of 1935, then provincial cabinets, then Cripps Mission, Second World War and Indian National Congress, Quit India movement, Quit India resolution, beginning of people's movement, then about Acharya Vinoba Bhave's individual satyagraha, inspirational accounts of brave children and underground movement. Now, in the second part of this topic, we learn about establishment of parallel government, importance of Quit India movement and the Indian National Army, formation of the Indian National Army, achievements of Indian National Army. Please subscribe the channel and press bell icon to get notifications.
So my dear students, this is all for today. Thank you very much. Stay home, stay safe, take care.